Leading off the joint segment on the Green Plan 2030, Senior Minister Teo Chee Hean says Singapore will review its 2030 climate targets by this year. Now, a brief background. In 2020, in a submission to the United Nations, Singapore had outlined its aim of having its emissions reach a peak of 65 million tonnes around then. Then, over the longer term, Singapore will aim to halve its emissions from its peak to 33 million tonnes by 2050, with a view to achieving net zero emissions as soon as viable in the second half of the century. But in last month's budget statement, Finance Minister Lawrence Wong said that Singapore will be bringing forward this net zero target to by or around mid-century instead. And so, referring to the most recent UN climate conference in November, Mr. Teo explains why it's time to make the decisive move now. Mr. Teo chairs the Inter-Ministerial Committee on Climate Change.
More countries pledged to reach net zero by mid-century, and more companies have also made net zero commitments. This will spur greater investment in low-carbon solutions, making them technologically and economically viable earlier. The Paris Agreement Article 6 rulebook for international carbon markets was also finalized. With these important developments, we are now able to have greater clarity and to raise our ambition to achieve net zero emissions by or around mid-century, in line with the Glasgow Climate Pact. Mr. Chairman, this is a significant improvement over our current LEDS. We are making a decisive move, one that is necessary, practical, and implementable.
In her speech, Sustainability and Environment Minister Grace Fu lists new initiatives to help Singapore transition to a low-carbon future. From April 1st, the grant cap for investing in energy-efficient technologies like LED lighting and high-efficient air conditioning systems will be raised from 50 to 70% of qualifying costs. This will help the manufacturing companies, especially SMEs, improve their energy efficiency. Around $220 million is being pumped into national research initiatives in areas like water technologies and projects that can squeeze value from waste. $80 million will go to research projects that look at how resources can be recovered from Singapore's key waste streams, which are plastics, electronic waste and food. Another $87 million will go into water technology research, such as how to make the energy-intensive process of desalination more efficient or how used water can be better treated. And $2.9 million will be awarded to 68 projects that support environmental sustainability as part of the second grant call under the SG Eco Fund. These projects include a social enterprise farm, which will host environmental programs, as well as a web application to educate the public on recycling household items.
It is my hope that the Green Plan will spark new possibilities that were once thought to be unattainable, that it will pave the way for a greener, brighter future. That when it is time to hand the torch over to the next generation, we will be remembered as faithful stewards of our island nation who made the right and difficult choices in good time. The push towards a low-carbon future heralds a new phase in Singapore's sustainable development.